Hey, peace and blessings to you. My name is Jere B. I am the EntreMusician, and so are you. Today we're going to kind of juxtapose a wonderful book that I'm sure many of you know and love. I've grown from it. I read it every year. It's Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I figured, why not write out 7 habits of highly effective EntreMusicians? And I want to kind of make a parallel between the two things, but give it to you in a way where I feel that EntreMusicians can kind of engage in it. By the way, if you haven't read that book, make it a part of your library and listen to it, read it every year, because it will help sharpen you, which is one of the habits. Anyway, you know that all of our videos are sponsored by the great people at Vocal. Vocal is the only beverage on the planet which is designed to soothe, refresh, and restore your voice. So if you talk all day, if you sing all night, not much of a singer, but I do talk, you want Vocal. Go to drinkvocal.com to learn more. Now here are 7 habits or values or principles that I feel are effective and will help every EntreMusician. Number 1 is you have to have a spiritual core. Now, that's between you and your system of faith. I'm a man of faith. I believe in the Lord God Almighty. I am a Christian who believes in Jesus Christ. That is my spiritual core. You may not agree with my spiritual core, but you may have another form of belief that you practice. But every effective EntreMusician does have a belief system that he or she espouses, and that will ground you and center you. So make sure that you're practicing your faith on a daily basis. Some of you may not have a faith, and that's fine. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to my heart. But you have that true north that you point to, and that's what you put in practice. So with respect to that, that's the number 1 thing for me. Number 2, every effective EntreMusician has unique people skills. You cannot be in this business. You can be a musician, but you can't be an EntreMusician unless you know how to work with people, unless you have these skills that you have these gifts that you can engage another person in dialogue. You are not the one that after the gig is over, you just start breaking down your equipment. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to engage with the audience. You are not going to last very long. You are the one that puts his or her instrument down. And of course, you may have somebody, a road manager or somebody who's helped taking care of that. And you go out into the audience, you go over to the merch table, and you don't necessarily stand behind the merch table. You stand in front of it so you can greet, so you can give hugs, so you can take selfies, so you can dialogue with the person and make them feel that they're the only one in the room. That is guaranteed a way to help push you forward in this industry. You have to have, must have, need to have great people skills. Number 3 is that the EntreMusician is an intense planner. I did another video on some of my mistakes I made when I did not plan accordingly, and the bottom always drops out. So you want to make sure that whatever the project that you plan, and then plan again. You look at the plan again, and you back time from where the goal is supposed to be and what are all the steps in the process, and make sure you do it accordingly. Every EntreMusician is an intense planner. Here's the goal. Here's the dream. Yes, but dreams just don't happen by luck. Really, they don't. What did they say about the overnight success? The overnight success has been planning for it for maybe a decade or plan ahead. Number 4 is the EntreMusician sees opportunity in absolutely everything. You have that gift that a melody just falls from heaven from the sky, and you could be in the grocery store, you could be driving on the bridge, and then boom, there's this, you hear everything, you hear the orchestration and everything is happening. You see it. You could be in a conversation with somebody and they say something, and man, that makes a great title for a song. Or you're watching something online, or you are reading a book, or something happens. You see it, man. You see it, woman. You see the dialogue. You see the opportunity that exists in that, and you try to parlay that opportunity, that idea, into a situation that's going to benefit you and benefit the people that you are serving. Number 5 is EntreMusicians are generous. We are generous. We're generous with information. We're generous with resources. We are generous maybe even of sharing equipment, or making sure that those we are serving are fellow EntreMusicians, fellow band members, even younger bands coming up, that they have an opportunity to benefit from our experience. A selfish person, is not a person that's going to do very well. I mean, they may have their own little island that they think they're succeeding on, but they're drifting further and further away from reality. The person who succeeds as an EntreMusician is a generous soul. They give of themselves. They really try to make a connection. And so, I know a guy, or I know a lady who knows a person that can help you get from here to here. Here, let me give you their number, or let me make a call and see if it's okay for me to give you their contact information, because I know you could really benefit from A, B, C, D, and E. And so we're generous people. And so that's number 5. Number 6 is we're always honing our skills. We're always learning. Dr. Stephen Covey calls that sharpening the axe. I mean, so that which we're doing, whether it's on our instrument, whether it's in our business skills, whether we are learning a new language or a new technique, a faster, more efficient way of doing something, then we go back again. I'm always reading, always watching videos. I had a young guy come into the studio the other day, and he told me about this business that I just really kind of put to the side, and that was leasing beats. I mean, I'm not a hip hop artist, or I don't really work in that genre, but I saw an opportunity there. And so I said, well, how can I grow? And my partner, Jere Thompson, will tell you, I just started watching videos. I started reading articles. I started learning, even though I don't make beats that I think that young rappers would want to be on. How would that help me in my genre, learning about this lease business? So we're always sharpening our saws, always honing our skills, always learning something new that will help benefit us. And finally, number 7 is we reevaluate everything. I mean, if it sounds kind of like, intense, it is. We reevaluate everything. It has been said that you cannot expect what you don't inspect. So, we've done steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go back. Did we do 1, 2, 3, and 4 competently? Did we do it efficiently? Did we do it effectively before we get to step number 8 and we've really screwed something up, or seeing where we're kind of drifting and have not been, have not really targeted on the goal that we should be meeting? Then we need to realign before we get too far down the road. So we as EntreMusicians, we always reevaluate. We look in the rearview mirror. We inspect it. We make sure that it's on point. So those are the 7 habits, or the 7 principles, I feel, of highly effective EntreMusicians that I'm utilizing as a result of Dr. Stephen Covey's magnificent book. And I hope that you utilize them as well. Now, he has a book called The 8th Habit. So, there may be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 habits or principles that you think are helpful for you. So in doing that, please add them to the comments below. Let's create this dialogue, and I learn from you. Hopefully you're learning from me. My name is Jere B. I am the EntreMusician. When I say so are you, I really mean that. Go over to the EntreMusician.com. Help us develop this dialogue. Help us build this community so that it's stronger. We do want to engage, encourage, and empower all entre musicians everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video, share this content, and let's keep this thing moving. Peace and blessings to you. I'll see you next time.